let's take quick stock of where the AFC East is right now. You have the Patriots, who are totally hitting the reset button, post-Bill Belichick era, new coach, new GM, trying a new approach, new everything. They are starting from scratch. You have the Buffalo Bills, who have Josh Allen looking around like Will Smith and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air meme, looking around the empty room, and a coach who is determined to fire any and everybody in the building in order to save his own job. His seat's red hot, and now the only person left he can get rid of is the quarterback. So it's coming down to those two. You have the Miami Dolphins, who are 5-10 against teams 500 or better in the last 2 years. And they have some pressing decisions coming up on contracts with guys like Jalen Waddle and Tua Tagovailoa. Are they going to commit to Tua, or are they going to restart? And then you have the Jets, who are counting on a 40-year-old vice presidential candidate coming off a blown Achilles to lead them to the promised land. And they're also, let's not forget, as good of a roster as they have, they're the Jets. It's who they are. That's a part of it.
Yeah.
Last year, this division was supposed to be a murderer's row. And we heard that didn't matter what the Patriots did because it was going to be the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins for the next 10 years. And I said at the time, you never, ever play that game in the NFL.
Nope.
You never, the next 5 years. Well, the next 6 years. Nope. Not how it works. Not remotely how it works.
I'm your witness. I was here with you when you said it.
and look, and I'm going to sit here and say, like, because the whole point is, and I don't think it's going to happen this year. I still think the Jets will win the division because it's a little tongue in cheek with the Jets and Rodgers. Like, his Achilles is an issue. How he bounces back is an issue. But they have a good roster. They should be at least competitive. And then if Rodgers is good, they have a tremendous ceiling. It's not going to happen this year for the Patriots. But who is the long-term owner of the AFC East? I don't think you can say anybody. Because if the Patriots hit on the quarterback pick, they have as good a chance as anybody right now. So that's not to say, the division's back open, they're going to go get it. It's not to say they're going to win it this year. But the door is wide open for anybody. We talked about it was good. The Bills division. That's over. They could still win it, but they're not the favorite. Nobody's the favorite, and nobody is built to be a long-term favorite as much as you can be built for that in the NFL. It's just funny to see what happened to the AFC East in the course of a year.
And it's like you said, you can never project 5 years ahead in the NFL. The NFL, the whole system is made for everybody at the top to fall and the people at the bottom to rise up every few years. It flips around. It's the way it is. The Patriots being good, sustained, good for that long it's not the way the game is designed. The league is designed. Everybody else, it turns over and over again. You get the Steelers, your Ravens, your Patriots that kind of just hang around near the top. But other than that, everybody else is just jumbled around every single year. Some new teams rise up. And now you look at the AFC East, and it's like, okay, let's say the Jets do win the Super Bowl this year. Once they have those guys win, they get paid, they're all going to leave.
Right.
Rodgers is going to retire. Mike Williams has already got a bad ACL. Contracts are going to be up with Breece Hall and Wilson and all those other young guys. The Bills are already falling apart. The Dolphins are a bad month away from everybody getting fired. And then you're left sitting there, you're the one with the young, fresh quarterback that everybody's looking at. Now you could easily go become the team that everybody's chasing.
The Texans.
Because now they're looking for quarterbacks year after year after year, where you're already ahead of the curve with that young quarterback.
You're right. And look, unless Sean McDermott is truly beyond reproach, like 2 of the 3 teams in the AFC East realistically could be looking for a new quarterback in the next 5 years. The Bills shouldn't be, but like I said, Sean McDermott, scapegoat as offensive coordinator, scapegoated as defensive coordinator, scapegoated as best receiver. All that's left is, I guess, the GM, although that may come down to I'm going to fire you before you can fire me, and the quarterback. That's it. Yeah. So they might not need a quarterback, but they're going to need everything else. The Jets are going to need a quarterback in a couple of years, even if, like you said, even if they are competitive this year.
I wouldn't be surprised they took one this year.
I wouldn't. Like, they should, but also, how much do they want to placate Rodgers? Because Rodgers doesn't want them to. And do they not want to risk ticking him off like the Packers did? But they should. You're right. They should. And we'll see what happens with the Dolphins. And we'll see what happens with Tua, because that contract situation is going to be really interesting to see what happens with him here in the next year or two because
Yeah, I
his
mean,
contract's due to be up.
but like you said, I think the Patriots, if you look at these signings,
Yeah.
Duggar getting signed. It's 4 years now. You still have Duggar. If you get Barmore signed up, if you get these other guys, you got Gonzalez. I don't know what they're gonna do with Judon, but you've got the young studs now on defense. So you already know your defense is gonna be good. The Patriots are a good draft away from taking this division right back. And like you said, it's not because they're just this great, they're this great team right now, but they're in in the earlier stages of a rebuild than everybody else is, and everybody else is still kind of holding on hope that maybe this is our year, and then meanwhile they're just falling apart. But you're in a good position. I mean, in the AFC, to be honest with you, I mean, Kansas City's Kansas City. They're the top dogs right now, but the Chargers have fallen back. We thought they were going to be a juggernaut. Cincinnati has lost some key pieces. I think they strengthened the offensive line, but they could lose T. Higgins. They've lost Mixon. They're losing pieces to that thing that got them to the Super Bowl. So I don't think they're a mighty team. The Steelers are going to be the Steelers as long as Tomlin's there.
Yeah.
Ravens are going to be good. Houston is up and coming team. Other than that, everybody's the same as the AFC East. So I don't think they're as far away from being a decent team, a competitive team in the AFC as some fans want to believe.
And they've kept this core to bring it back to the news of the day. They keep Kyle Duggar. They don't really need to do much on defense. I still think they need a free safety. They need a like rotational corner, and they probably need another edge rusher. But that can be later. But it all goes back to, as much as we're sitting here saying, "Oh, the door's wide open for the Patriots."
It's the quarterback.
Have to hit on the quarterback, and if only it was that easy, right?
Yeah, that's it. It's all you got to do. Is just
the only thing you have to do is maybe the hardest thing to do in the in any sports front office: identify and obtain a franchise quarterback. That's it. Just that's one thing.
That's all you have to do.
Right?
Just get the right quarterback. That's the best in the division. That's all you have to do.
It's easy
he
to
just has to be better than Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen. You're good to go.
It's easy to make $1 billion. All you got to do is win the Powerball.
That's
all
it.
you got to do is buy a ticket, right? All you got to do is buy the right ticket. So that's where the Patriots are at. But I just think it's interesting to look at. And a lot of this happened before Diggs got traded. It's not like Diggs got traded and suddenly the entire division fell apart. But
no, but it does, I think, open things up, puts things in perspective.
Yeah.
And the Jets, again, one injury made them a terrible team. Tua's gone down many times before. Things can change fast in the NFL. So these sustained, like you said, stop looking at the league 5-6 years in advance because it doesn't work that way. Nobody thought the Houston Texans were going to be a juggernaut. A year ago this time, nobody thought the Texans were going to be legit, and yet here they are.